I'm glad you got good use out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not using that.
Well, I'm starting now.
Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to coverage of the 2026 Masters here on Welton Sports Radio. Pierre Moss here with you for the final round of this excellent first major of the season. And we do have a new leader. That is Justin Rose. He is at minus 12 through 10 holes. And then right behind him is defending champion Rory McIlroy. He is at 11 under through 8 holes. Cameron Young also at 11 under through 8 holes. Then followed by him, Hatton and Henley both at 10 under. And then two-time Masters champion Scotty Scheffler, he is in 6th place at 9 under. Right now we're with Henley, who has a par putt at 12, and the par putt misses. So that will be a bogey on 12 for Henley. His overall score drops to minus 9. His first bogey of the day. All right, now we're with Cameron Young at 9. He's going to have his second shot on a par 4. He's going to have to try to hit this out of the rough. He is currently bent under a tree, so he's not even going to be able to really put a full swing into this one. We'll see how he does. He did have the lead earlier in this round, but he has had some trouble here in the final round. And Young's tee shot is going to roll a pretty good distance. At least he's out from under the tree. That's the positive. Onto the green. Now Xander Schauffele, he's at minus 7. It's his third shot on the par 5 15th hole. And Xander Schauffele is on to the green, and he will have a short birdie putt for his fourth shot on 15. Now back to the current leader, Justin Rose, teeing off from the par 4 11th. First 3 rounds, 2 pars and a birdie. Justin Rose, of course, finished second in this event last season. Lost in a playoff to Rory McIlroy, which saw Rory McIlroy claim his first green jacket and claim the career Grand Slam. Rose's tee shot is right down the middle, just about. He hit this one pretty good. It's onto the green. And Justin Rose is in a pretty good position to try to extend his one-shot lead. Now with McIlroy, his second shot on a par 4 ninth hole. It's 137 yards to the hole. McIlroy with a very good shot, and that's going to result in what should be a makeable putt for him, a makeable birdie putt. Top 6 players all within 3 strokes of each other on Masters Sunday. All right, this is Cameron Young now on the 9th hole. This is his third shot. He'll be very fortunate if he can get a par from this hole. Young can put a full swing into this one. Does put a full swing into it. It's onto the green, and it will be quite a few yards away. It's going to be a very difficult par putt for Cameron Young. And now Hatton on the 17th. His third shot. He's at minus 10 right now. He rolls it onto the green, and that's going to be a makeable par putt for Hatton. We'll see how he does later. Here's Scotty Scheffler, the 2-time Masters champion, in 22 and 24. He's using a 9-iron club from the 12th hole. And the 9-iron works very well, getting it onto the green. Scheffler now up to 5th on the leaderboard. Rose at -12, McIlroy and Young at -11, Hatton at -10, and Scheffler and Henley at -9. All right, so welcome to Sports Radio here on YouTube. Appreciate you guys joining us here on our Watch Along live stream. This is the 2026 Masters Tournament, the 90th edition of this tournament. And speaking of Rory McIlroy, the first 36 holes of this tournament, he was at -12, had a 6-shot lead. Biggest lead ever at the Masters after 36 holes. Now, I'll be honest, there were many people who thought that he was going to cruise to a second straight Masters title, but not so fast. This is the Masters. It's a very tough golf course. There's a reason why holes 11, 12, and 13 are called Amen Corner. And sure enough, Rory McIlroy had a rough round yesterday, and he's having a tough time today as well, but he's still very well in contention. He still has the rest of the back 9 to play in order to try to win a second consecutive Masters title. Of course, him and Cameron Young teed off last because they were the 2 co-leaders. So here's Young's par putt on 9. That's a long par putt. And he's going to try to bend this towards the hole. It's still rolling. I'm not sure if it's going to get there. And it's not going to get there. So that will result in a bogey for Cameron Young. And that is how he will end his front 9. So now Rory McIlroy. Nope, not Rory McIlroy next. Let's see who's next. This is Hatton for par on 17, and he sinks it. So Hatton will stay 2 strokes behind the leader, Justin Rose, at -10. That breaks the streak of 4 straight birdies for Tyrrell Hatton. Here is Rory McIlroy at 9. Very makeable birdie putt. If he can make this one, he'll be back in the co-lead with Justin Rose. McIlroy's birdie putt is, just off to the left. And more frustration for Rory McIlroy as he'll have to settle for par. So he finishes his front 9 with 3 birdies, a double bogey, and a bogey. He'll be hoping to have a better back 9 in order to retain the green jacket. Justin Rose teeing off now. He is the leader at -12. Teeing off at the 11th hole. Actually, this is the second shot, pardon me. The second shot at 11. 192 yards to the hole for Justin Rose. All right, so Cameron Young did indeed bogey at 9, so he is at -10. 2 strokes behind Justin Rose. Rose now ready for his second shot. Offset high in the air. Is coming down. Just missed the bunker. Still on the green. But very far away from the hole. And he did not get that where he wanted it to get. All right, here's a long putt for Scheffler. Can he get this one to go? Oh, he cannot. Gave it a good go at 12. Did Scheffler. But it ran just by the hole to the left. It had the requisite power, but not the accuracy. All right, back to Rory McIlroy. He will tee off from 10. First 3 rounds, par, bogey, and birdie. Par 4 10th, 495 yards. And judging by the gallery's reaction, he hit this one pretty good. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Very nice start to the 10th hole for Rory McIlroy. And, of course, this starts his back 9. This is Henley. His second shot on 13. He's at -9 right now. And that's a pretty decent shot from Henley. It is a par 5, so with his next shot, he'll be hoping to get it on the green and get himself into position for a makeable birdie putt. Hatton on 18. Bogey, and birdie his first 3 rounds. Tyrell Hatton. Not a bad shot on 10. Stays away from the bunker, which is always a good thing. Tyrell Hatton trying to keep himself in contention for the Masters title. All right, we're going to take a short break here on Wellington Sports Radio. YouTube style. I can tell you this fall that we're going to have high school football for you here from New Jersey, Irvington High School. That will be the main high school that is featured on this channel. But we're hoping to feature other high schools from around New Jersey as well, mostly in the Essex County, North Jersey area. We may venture into Hudson County and also Union County as well. But the focus will be Irvington High School and Essex County. That will be the focus of our coverage, of our high school football coverage here on Wellington Sports Radio. But for now, the focus is on this awesome tournament, awesome golf tournament called the Masters, first major of the year. As I mentioned, Rory McIlroy had a 6-shot lead at the end of 36 holes, but it has drastically gone the other way. He's only at -11, second behind Justin Rose right now. All right, back to the action. Here is Justin Rose, the leader. And Rose does indeed get the 3rd shot onto the tee. It's rolling towards the hole, and it's going to come to a stop. And that should be a makeable birdie putt for Justin Rose coming up. And this is Henley on 13. Sitting at -9 right now. This is his 3rd shot. And Henley. Good shot. Ball still rolling. How close will this get to the pin? This is going to get very close to the pin. So, makeable birdie putt for Henley coming up on 13. Justin Rose at 11 for birdie. Nope, this is Morikawa, pardon me. And Morikawa sinks the birdie putt at 14. He gets himself to -7, Colin Morikawa. That's his 3rd straight birdie. And he has 4 holes left to play in his Masters tournament. Right now, he's in the top 10. Right, so leaderboard movement today. Justin Rose has gained 4 strokes. Tyrell Hatton, incredibly, has gone 12 strokes to the good today. And Max Homa, he has moved up 14 spots on the leaderboard today. And Jordan Spieth trying to close this tournament with a good round. He moved up 20 spots, and Matsuyama moved up 16 spots. Both of those players at -5. Not in contention for the title. That's Rose, McIlroy, Young, Hatton, Scheffler, and Henley. Rory McIlroy with his second shot on the 10th hole. Pardon me. McIlroy just one shot behind the leader, Justin Rose. McIlroy lets go his second shot. It's nice and high and just past the bunker. A good distance from the hole. He would have preferred to get that a little closer to the pin. And we'll get back to him in just a few moments. Meanwhile, Justin Rose, par putt on 11 to stay at -12. And to stay in the lead. The par putt is hit a little too soft and it rolls off to the left. That will mean a bogey for Justin Rose. So he is going to lose the lead by himself. Rose sizing up the bogey putt here. He sinks the putt for bogey. That will drop him from -12 to -11. And he is now the co-leader along with Rory McIlroy. Here's Cameron Young, one stroke behind the leaders, McIlroy and Rose. He's on the 10th hole now. This is his second shot on the par 4. Young shot veering off to the right. Just missed the bunker. Does get it onto the green, however. And he's going to have a long, long birdie putt from there on the 10th hole. Henley for birdie on 13. He sinks it. And now Henley finds himself just one shot behind the leaders. Russell Henley, 5th birdie of the round. Just one bogey to speak of, and the rest were pars. Tyrell Hatton on 18. And the look on his face says he didn't very much like his second shot. Avoids the bunker, but did not get it onto the green. All right, this is Nat teeing off from 16. Par, birdie, and par for Nat so far on this hole in the tournament. And this is a really good first shot on 16 for Nat. It's rolling toward the pin. It's still rolling. Oh, look at this. Nat, a very, very good first shot on 16. That is a very short, makeable birdie putt for Nat. Hole 16 has been yielding birdies all tournament long. And now Henley, his tee shot on 14. Russell Henley, not a bad effort. Not bad at all. He finds himself just one shot behind the leaders, McIlroy and Rose. Speaking of McIlroy, we were with him at the 10th hole. A long birdie putt for Rory McIlroy. If he can sink this putt, he will take the lead again all by himself. McIlroy's birdie putt, I don't think he hit this hard enough. No, he didn't. And it's going to veer to the right. But the good thing for McIlroy, at least it's a very makeable par putt. Justin Rose, the other co-leader, teeing off from 12. This is a par 3, so this first shot needs to be good. And he avoided the bunker. That's the positive. But this is going to be a very, very long birdie putt for Justin Rose at 12. Here's Tyrrell Hatton at 10. This is his third shot. Hatton just trying to work it on the green. He does. And this is going to be a very makeable par putt at 18 for Tyrrell Hatton. All right, this is Cameron Young at 10. He will try to sink this putt for birdie and get himself back amongst the co-leaders. Here's Young's birdie putt, and it's going to veer to the right. It veers to the right, and that will be a makeable par putt for Cameron Young, which he'll take now. And he sinks the par putt. He will stay at -10. So he starts off his back nine with a par 4 on the 10th hole. Rory McIlroy trying to sink his par putt to stay in the co-lead at 10, and he does. So Rory McIlroy starts his back nine off with a par 4 at 10 as well. He stays at -11, still the co-leader along with Justin Rose. Here's Scotty Scheffler, now just 2 strokes back. This is his second shot at the 13th hole. And the second shot is a pretty decent one for Scotty Scheffler. He'll be hoping to get it onto the green with that third shot, and then by the time he gets his fourth shot, he'll be hoping for a birdie putt. This is Nat for birdie on 16. He's at -6 right now, and Nat converts the makeable birdie putt. Jake Nat now at -7, his second birdie on the back nine. This is Tyrrell Hatton hoping to end his tournament with a par, and he does. So Tyrrell Hatton finishes with a 66 on the day. He finishes at -10 for the tournament, and he'll be hoping for some help in which there could be a possible playoff. He sits just 1 stroke behind the co-leaders, Rose and McIlroy. Max Homa also done for the day, -8. Justin Spieth and Hideki Matsuyama also done for the day. The top 6 separated by just 2 strokes. McIlroy and Rose at -11, Young, Hatton, and Henley at -10, Scheffler at -9. All right, here's Rory McIlroy teeing off from 11. First 2 rounds were pars. Yesterday in the 3rd round, double bogey. He'll be hoping to avoid that in the 4th round today. He needs to if he hopes to retain the green jacket. Looks like a pretty good tee shot from McIlroy here on 11. Oh, yeah, he hit that one very well. did Rory McIlroy. That's exactly how he wanted to start off that hole. All right, here's Russell Henley now. Second shot on the 14th hole. And Henley's shot. Oh, that's a really good one. It's still rolling. Still rolling, and it comes to a stop for a birdie putt. And if he can make that birdie putt, he will take himself into the lead along with McIlroy and Rose. Here's Cameron Young teeing off on the left. First 3 rounds, all pars on this hole for Cameron Young, the New York native. Young shot veering to the right, but it stays in play. Does not end up in the gallery. Here's Rose's shot. Oh, goodness. And Rose completely mishits his second shot on 12. And a shake of the head from Justin Rose. And it's going to take some doing to come over with a par on this hole. A complete mishit from Justin Rose. He was hoping to get it onto the green, and that shot didn't go very far at all. All right, next golfer up. Jason Day for birdie on the 12th hole. Day's birdie putt. Angling towards the hole. Still rolling, but it's not going to have enough roll to get in the hole. So Jason Day will have to settle for a par putt on the 12th hole. He'll have to settle for par. Jason Day has finished second in all 4 major tournaments in his career. All right, here's Justin Rose. He's going to need a miracle here on 12 to save par. He has to get it onto the green and hope. Rose's shot. It's on the green, and it's going to be nowhere near the hole. So that will be a bogey putt coming up for Justin Rose. And that's going to drop him out of the co-lead. That'll drop him to -10. That will give Rory McIlroy the lead again all by himself. But maybe not. Here's Russell Henley. Birdie putt on 14, and he can't get it to go. It rolled to the left. That has been a common theme with birdie putts so far. Not just this round, but really for the majority of this tournament, Russell Henley has to settle for a par on 14. He's got 4 holes left. He remains at -10. Here's Brooks Koepka on 18, trying to end this tournament with a par, and he does. So Brooks Koepka shoots a 71 in today's final round. He will finish at -5 as he continues his return from LIV Golf to the PGA Tour. All right, so Justin Rose will have a bogey putt coming up here on 12. And Rose sinks the putt for bogey. That will drop his score to -10. He is now in a 4-way tie for second with Cameron Young, Tyrell Hatton, and Russell Henley. Rory McIlroy in the lead all by himself at -11. Here is Collin Morikawa for birdie on 15. Morikawa's birdie putt is good. Collin Morikawa moves to -8. He is now in 7th place, just 3 strokes off the lead. He's got 3 strokes to play. Colin Morikawa trying to make a late run at the leaders. He hit an awesome shot yesterday on 15 on his 3rd shot. He's going to need some more of that in order to get a little closer to the leader in Rory McIlroy. Here's Cameron Young on 11. Cameron Young with his 2nd shot on 11. Young lets go his 2nd shot, trying to get it onto the green, and he does. That ball's still rolling. And Cameron Young's going to have a very long putt for birdie. Rory McIlroy now back in the lead all by himself by 1 stroke and minus 11. He is at the 11th hole. This is going to be his 2nd shot. He's using an 8-iron, an 8-iron club. And now he's going to take out the notepad, look at some notes. Puts the notepad back in his back pocket. And now Rory McIlroy ready to go with his 2nd shot from the 11th hole. McIlroy's 2nd shot. It's going to drop in on the green. Much further away from where Cameron Young's ball is. So both of those players facing long birdie putts at 11. Here's Justin Rose teeing off at 13 now. First 3 rounds, 2 birdies and a par for Justin Rose. Now 1 stroke back of McIlroy. Rose's tee shot on 13. Veering a little to the left, but still on the good stuff. And Rose will try to work his way from there. Russell Henley teeing off at 15. He has birdied this hole in all 3 rounds so far, the Masters. He's sitting at minus 10. Henley's tee shot on 15. It's veering to the right. And that will land near a tree, but still in decent looking grass. All right, here is Morikawa teeing off on 16 with an 8-iron. And Morikawa's tee shot is on the green. And it's still rolling. Still rolling is his tee shot. It hasn't stopped yet. Now it does stop. That's going to be a make or birdie putt coming up for Colin Morikawa. And if he can make that birdie putt, he will be 2 shots off the lead with 2 holes to play for him. All right, so Rory McIlroy in Inman corner. First 2 rounds, -3. 3rd round, +3. Amen corner, in case you don't know, that is holes 11, 12, and 13. Many, many, many Masters tournaments have been won and lost going into Amen Corner. That is what Rory McIlroy and Cameron Young are facing now. Shane Lowry and Jason Day also dealing with Amen Corner, as is Sam Burns. And Scotty Scheffler is dealing with Amen Corner as well. Speaking of Scheffler, he's on the last hole of Amen Corner. That's hole number 13. The last 2 even calendar years, Scheffler has won the Masters. He'll be hoping to make 2026 his third green jacket. Meanwhile, we're back with McIlroy on 11. Long birdie putt for Rory McIlroy. McIlroy's long birdie putt. It's toward the hole, but now veering off to the left. And it's going to be a long par putt for Rory McIlroy. He will have hoped to have gotten it closer to the hole, but couldn't do so on that occasion. Here's Russell Henley, his second shot at 15. Henley's second shot. It's on to the green for Russell Henley. He does have a bit of water to contend with. Here's Scotty Scheffler, his third shot on 13. -9 right now for Scheffler. Scheffler, his shot onto the green. And it is still rolling, is his shot. And Scotty Scheffler will have a makeable birdie putt for his fourth shot on 13. Cameron Young, even on the 11th hole, -2 on the 12th hole, -3 on the 13th hole. So he has handled Amen Corner pretty well. Young shot for birdie coming up now, and it's going to come up just short. Had he made that birdie putt, he would have been back in the co-lead with Rory McIlroy. So Young will have a par putt coming up from 11th rather. McIlroy has his par putt coming up from 11th. If he can sink this par putt, he will stay in the lead by his lonesome. If not, if he bogeys this hole, we're going to have a 5-way tie at the top and -10 with Scotty Scheffler lurking just one stroke behind. Rory McIlroy, he settles over the par putt. He needs to make this in order to stay in the lead by himself. McIlroy's par putt, he sinks it. So he doesn't get a birdie, but he doesn't get a bogey either. So he has started off his back 9 with 2 straight pars. He stays in the lead by himself at -11. Collin Morikawa, birdie putt on 16. He needs to sink this to stay in contention. He does. Collin Morikawa, that is 5 straight birdies now for Collin Morikawa. He is finishing his tournament with a flourish. He's now at -9. He is just 2 strokes behind Rory McIlroy with 2 strokes to play. So Collin Morikawa very much in contention. Cameron Young with a key putt for par here to keep himself in a tie for second with Rose, Hatton, and Henley. All of those golfers at -10. Young settling over the par putt. Young's par putt is good. And Cameron Young has started off his back nine with 2 straight pars. So he stays at -10. Tied for second along with Justin Rose, Tyrell Hatton, and Russell Henley. Tyrell Hatton in the clubhouse with a 66 on the day. Scheffler and Morikawa lurking. They're tied for 6 at -9. And I'll be honest, how McIlroy, Rose, and Young handle aim corner will be the key for the tournament. Here's Russell Henley. Third shot coming up on the 15th hole. He needs to get it up and over the water, and needs to avoid the bunker as well. He gets it up and over the water, avoids the bunker, and he leaves himself with a very long birdie putt to try to get himself in amongst the co-leaders. The co-lead, rather. All right, so Rory McIlroy, he has a par, birdie, and a bogey so far on the 12th hole for this tournament. He is in the lead by himself, just 1 stroke ahead of 4 of the golfers: Rose, Young, Hatton, and Henley, and just 2 strokes ahead of Scheffler and Morikawa. Rory's tee shot on 12. Let's see where it lands. It's on the green. Very good tee shot for Rory McIlroy. And that is huge for McIlroy's confidence. Scheffler for birdie on 13. Oh, Rose just past the hole. That would have had him in a tie for second amongst 4 of the golfers. But instead, he'll have to settle for par. It looked really good coming off the club. But it just rolled by the hole. Cameron Young teeing off on 12. 2 birdies and a par so far in the tournament for Cameron Young on this 12th hole. Young's tee shot. Onto the green. Not a bad shot from Cameron Young. With that 12th hole, you definitely want to make sure you get that first shot onto the green, and both McIlroy and Young have done exactly that. Here's Justin Rose with his second shot on 13. 1 shot behind McIlroy for the lead. Rose's second shot on 13. Very good one. Not too far away from the pin, and then it does take a bit of a roll away from the pin, but it is on the green for Justin Rose. So if he doesn't get a birdie out of 13, he'll be hoping for at least a par. Some high-level golf being played by the leaders here in the 90th Masters Tournament. Henley for birdie at 15, and his birdie putt goes begging. Wide of the hole goes Russell Henley. So he's going to have to settle for par. All right, both McIlroy and Young at the 12th hole. Rory McIlroy, 6 feet 11 inches closest to the hole. Cameron Young, 14 feet and 3 inches closest to the hole. All right, so Cameron Young will be up first. All right, so this 12th hole is only a par 3, so this putt here for Cameron Young, it's going to be for birdie. And try to get himself back into a tie atop the leaderboard with Rory McIlroy. Young really taking his time over this birdie putt. And if he can't make birdie from here, he'll hope for at least a par. He'd rather have birdie, considering how late we are in this tournament. Here comes Young's birdie putt. Oh, it looked on line, but then it veered just to the right at the last moment. And Cameron Young will have to settle for a par on the 12th hole. His third straight par to start off the back nine. Meanwhile, here comes Rory McIlroy trying to sink this putt for birdie to take a 2-shot lead over 4 other competitors who are sitting at minus 10 at the moment. By the way, Scheffler did make that par putt on 13, so he stays at minus 9. 2 shots off the lead behind McIlroy. McIlroy to extend the lead. He does. Big birdie putt for Rory McIlroy, the defending Masters champion. He now sits at minus 12. That's his first birdie on the back nine, his 4th birdie of the day. And that is huge for Rory McIlroy. We're with Justin Rose now at 13. He's trying to make this putt for eagle and get himself into the co-lead. It's his 3rd shot, and the eagle putt is going to roll just by the hole. And in fact, it's still rolling a little bit, and now it stops. And Rose will have to settle for a birdie putt that he really needs to make. All right, so the Hollywood Golf Club in County Down, Northern Ireland, enjoying that birdie putt from their hometown hero, Rory McIlroy. All right, here's Russell Henley at 16. A par in the first round, birdie in the second and third round. And Henley gets a really good tee shot onto the green. And it's not going to get too close to the hole. So this is going to be a long birdie putt at 16 for Russell Henley. Scotty Scheffler, second shot on 14. Scheffler gets it out from behind the trees. And he'll be hoping that he can par the 14th hole. All right, Justin Rose for birdie on 13. Needs this to get within one stroke of McIlroy. Birdie putt on 13. No, it rolls to the left. And Rose knew it as soon as he hit it. So that is going to be a par for Justin Rose. So far in the back of 9, 2 bogeys and 2 pars for Justin Rose. He will need to improve on his performance if he hopes to come away with the green jacket. He remains 2 strokes behind McIlroy. And remains in a 4-way tie for second with Young, Hatton, and Henley. Keep in mind, Hatton in the clubhouse with a 66 for the day. All right, so Russell Henley at 16 for a long birdie putt to get himself into a situation where he'll be in second place, 1 stroke behind Rory McIlroy. Henley's birdie putt. It's on the way, and it is off to the left. And this is going to set up a short par putt for Russell Henley, which he takes and sinks. He's got 2 holes left, and he is down by 2 strokes to McIlroy. McIlroy at 13 with his tee shot. Birdie, and par so far in the tournament for McIlroy on 13. It's veering it to the left. And it's going to land in good grass for Rory McIlroy. So he'll try to work his way from there to try to extend his lead. Really nice form of that tee shot by Rory McIlroy. Always want to try to get the club through the ball. That way you get solid distance on it. Meanwhile, Cameron Young, he is birdied on this hole of 13. The first 3 rounds of this tournament. And this is a very good, no, not very good tee shot by Cameron Young. Pardon me. This is near the trees. It is near the trees for Cameron Young. But not in the brown stuff. All right, so Scotty Scheffler, his third shot on 14. He gets it onto the green. And it's rolling. Still rolling. Oh, Scotty Scheffler, what a third shot on 14. So he puts himself in a very good position to at least make a par putt. Colin Morikawa for par on 17. And he gets that one to go. So that breaks his streak of 5 straight birdies. He will stay at -9, 3 shots off the lead. He has 1 hole left to play. Justin Rose at 14. 1 bogey and 2 pars so far for the tournament for Justin Rose on the 14th hole. And Rose with a pretty good tee shot there on 14. All right, so plenty of sunshine in Georgia per usual this time of year in April. We're going to take a short break here with our coverage of the 2026 Masters. Rory McIlroy trying to become just the 4th golfer to win back-to-back Masters championships. He would join Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, and Tiger Woods. That's the list. That's it. As far as players who have won this tournament in back-to-back years. Mm-hmm. All right, for those who just tuned in, Rory McIlroy has the lead at -12. He's got 4 golfers in second place at -10. Rose, Young, Hatton, and Henley. With Scotty Scheffler in the distance at -9. Speaking of Justin Rose, this is his second shot on the 14th hole. It's a par 4. All right, Rose's second shot here on 14. And it's going to nearly get into the gallery. But it doesn't. Scotty Scheffler now with his tee shot on 15. Par, bogey, and par. The first 3 rounds, and Scheffler does not like how he hit this one. And that is going to wind up in the gallery. So Scotty Scheffler down 3 strokes with not a very good tee shot on 15. And it was one of those where as soon as he hit it, he knew He didn't hit it correctly. All right, this is Nat now for 18, on 18 rather. Par put on 18 for Nat, and he sinks it. So Jake Nat will finish his final round with a 70, and he'll finish this tournament at -7. Right now, good for an 11th place finish. All right, Cameron Young, second shot on 13. 2 strokes behind McIlroy for the lead. 214 yards to the hole. Last hole of Amen Corner. Both McIlroy and Young. Young hoping for something good here on 13, and Ooh, it just missed going into the bunker, and it spun back. Young almost put a little too much into that one. I thought that was heading for the bunker, to be honest. All right, McIlroy, second shot on 13. He'll be hoping for a better result than Young got on his second shot. And now McIlroy, he was about to hit the shot, but then steps away from the ball. And now he'll step towards the ball and he's ready to take the second shot. Second shot from McIlroy. Let's see where this goes. Oh, it's going to roll a little further than what Young's did, but avoids the bunker. All right, this is Russell Henley, his second shot on 17. 2 strokes off the lead behind McIlroy. And a 4-way tie for second right now. Henley with a very good shot, getting it onto the green. And he'll need to make that putt to stay in contention. Scotty Scheffler, 15. Second shot on the 15th hole for Scotty Scheffler. 3 holes off the lead. That second shot for Scheffler, he is not satisfied with that. So far, a very rough 15th hole for Scotty Scheffler. Did this hit off a tree? Okay, yeah, it did. It did hit off a tree. Yeah, it did. Right in the middle. I'm not sure where that landed. All right, so Justin Rose on 14th with his third shot, hoping to salvage a par at least. Does get it onto the green. It's rolling toward the hole, and this is going to be a very makeable par putt coming up for Justin Rose. Nicely done. McIlroy and Young still at 13. And Rose did indeed make that par putt on 14. He stays 2 shots behind Rory McIlroy, the leader. right, so both of these players, McIlroy and Young, are going to have to try to get this ball into the green for a birdie putt. All right, so McIlroy's going to take his third shot first. Gets it onto the green, hoping for a good roll. Seems like a pretty good roll for McIlroy. Still rolling. And now it's rolling the way he doesn't want it to roll. So that's going to be a rather long birdie putt for Rory McIlroy. Oh no. Russell Henley just missed a key putt at 17. Here's Scheffler, third shot on 15. Let's see where this shot goes. Just avoiding the water and onto the green. So he will have a long birdie putt. After a rough start to the 15th hole. We're back with Cameron Young on 13. This is his third shot. Young will try to do the same thing that McIlroy did, angle it onto the green, and he has done that successfully. It's rolling toward the hole and still going. And finally, it rolls to a stop. So a long birdie putt coming up for Cameron Young at 13. All eyes on Rory McIlroy and Cameron Young at the moment. Now we go to Sam Burns on 14. He is at -8. And Burns with a pretty good shot with his second shot on 14. And he gets that very close to the pin for what will be a very makeable birdie putt for Sam Burns. And if he makes that birdie putt, he'll be 3 shots off the lead with 4 strokes to play. Cameron Young, his birdie. His putt for birdie coming up. All kinds of shadows now at the 13th hole. A pretty good mix of sun and shadows. Young's birdie putt slides just by the hole. So he'll hope to stay at -10. Speaking of birdie putts, here's Scheffler at 15 for birdie to try to get himself within 2 shots of the lead. Here comes Scheffler's birdie putt. It is good. Scotty Scheffler with a birdie on 15. He pulls himself into now a 5-way tie for second. Scheffler, Rose, Young, Hatton, and Henley all 2 shots behind the leader, Rory McIlroy. After a rough start on the 15 with his first couple of shots, he got a birdie out of that, this Scotty Scheffler. Once again, high-level golf from the two-time Masters champion. Here's Rory McIlroy for birdie, his fourth shot on 13. McIlroy gets the birdie putt to go. He is now at minus 13. It's a 3-shot lead for McIlroy. He has birdied his last 2 holes. And in fact, he's birdied his last 4 out of 6 holes. So Rory McIlroy will not be giving up the green jacket very easily. But there are plenty of players trying to hawk him down. But he's got a 3-stroke lead now, with 5 strokes to play. With that Masters win last year, he completed the career Grand Slam. Now hoping to add to it with a second straight green jacket. Still a long way to go, though. He's got 5 strokes to play. All right, so far in the tournament on the 14th hole, birdie, par, birdie for McIlroy. This is a par 4 14 or 400 some odd yards, and the tee shot for McIlroy looks to be a good one, and it is. If you're Rory McIlroy at this point, you want nothing but pars and birdies. You must avoid bogeys, obviously, in order to win a second straight green jacket. Scotty Scheffler on 16. 3 shots behind McIlroy. Par, and birdie. First 3 rounds on 16 for Scheffler. Let's see what he can do here. Scheffler, his tee shot on 16, high into the air, now coming down, and Scheffler is on the green, and that ball is still rolling. Scheffler likes it, gives it a fist pump. That ball's still rolling. You don't want it to go into the bunker, and it will not get into the bunker. So another makeable putt for Scotty Scheffler coming up at 16. Trying to keep himself in contention. He is 3 strokes off the lead with 3 strokes to play. Here is Justin Rhodes, who is also 3 strokes off the lead. 4 strokes to play, rather. He's on the 15th. Second shot coming up for Justin Rhodes. He'll take a couple of practice swings. Rose's shot here on 15. Not a bad one. Avoids the bunker. Not quite on the green yet. But he'll have a couple of shots to try to get it on the green. Will Justin Rhodes.
Second.
All right, and they're still loving it in Northern Ireland at the Hollywood Golf Club, located in County Down, Northern Ireland, home of Rory McIlroy. Will there be a Rory repeat? That is the question. Going to take a short break here on Wellington Sports Radio. Rory McIlroy with a 3-shot lead in the final round of the Masters. All right, Colin Morikawa for birdie on 18. And he will not get that birdie to go. So he's going to finish up his tournament with a long putt for par. Let's not forget about Sam Burns. He's at -9. He's at the 15th hole right now. 4 shots off the lead with 4 strokes to play. 4 holes to play, right? Here's Cameron Young on 14. Second shot coming up. All right, Cameron Young's second shot onto the green. Nicely done from Young. All right, Rory McIlroy on 14. Second shot from the 14th hole. Trying to inch closer and closer to a second green jacket. Rory McIlroy's second shot. That's onto the green. And he'll try to work his way with a long birdie putt from there. Speaking of long birdie putts, here's Scheffler's 16. He gets it to go. Scotty Scheffler now within 2 strokes of the lead. 2 straight birdies for Scheffler, 4 birdies on the day, a bunch of pars and no bogeys for Scotty Scheffler. That's how you keep yourself in contention. So he is down 2 shots with 2 strokes to play. And Scheffler is now in second all by himself, trying to chase down Rory McIlroy. Justin Rose also trying to chase down Rory McIlroy. We see his third shot on 15. Not a bad shot from Rose. And that's going to get pretty close to the hole for what should be a makeable birdie putt on 15. All right, so Scheffler's tee shot coming up on 17. He has parred this hole for the first 3 rounds of this tournament. He's going to more than likely have to birdie both of these holes to give himself a chance at winning this tournament. Tee shot on 17 and angled to the left at first announcement and back toward the middle. A good tee shot from Scottie Scheffler. Scottie Scheffler with a fist bump for his caddy. Rory McIlroy, long birdie putt on 14th. On the 14th. Let's see what he can do here. The putt is going to be angled. It's rolling toward the hole, but it's not going to have enough. But the good news is that it is a makeable par putt for Rory McIlroy, so he'll stay at minus 13. He'll take that par putt now. The par putt does go in. That breaks the streak of 2 straight birdies for Rory McIlroy. Now Justin Rose at 15. For birdie. Needs to sink this, and he does. Justin Rose now pulls within 2 shots of the lead. Tied with Scottie Scheffler. He has 3 holes to play. Scheffler's got 2 holes to play. McIlroy in the lead with 4 holes to play. And boy, did Justin Rose desperately need that birdie putt. Here's Russell Henley. Speaking of needing a birdie, Russell Henley's second shot on 18. It's going to roll onto the green. No, it's not going to roll onto the green. Pardon me. I thought it would get closer. Now it's going to roll backwards. Not what Russell Henley would have wanted. So he'll try to have to use that third shot to get it onto the green and hope for a par putt. Here's Cameron Young trying to make birdie on 14 to get himself within 2 shots of the lead. Young's birdie putt rolling toward the hole. Oh, just past the hole. Oh. Just past the hole for Cameron Young. He's going to have to settle for a par putt. So, if he makes that par putt, he'll stay within 3 shots of the lead. Major opportunity missed for Cameron Young. Now the top 6 are within 3 shots of each other. All right, so Cameron Young's going to try to sink the par putt now. Not an easy putt. But it's a putt he needs to make. And he does. So the par putt is good for Cameron Young. 5th straight par on this back 9. He's going to need some birdies over the last 4 holes, if he wants a chance to slip on the green jacket. Justin Rose now on the 16th hole. He's going to use an 8-iron for the club for this tee shot. Justin Rose, 2 shots off the lead with 3 strokes to play. Rose's tee shot from 16. It's up in the air. Coming down. Lands on the green. And now taking a bit of a backwards roll here toward the hole. Or as close as it will get to the hole. Long birdie putt coming up for Rose on 16. Keep in mind, it's only a par 3. Scotty Scheffler at the 17th hole. This is the second shot on a par 4, 17th hole. Needs to get this one onto the green to give himself a chance at the birdie putt. Second shot in the air for Scheffler. It is coming down, and it is indeed on the green for Scheffler. He leaves himself with a very long birdie putt. Here comes Rory McIlroy on 15, his tee shot. 4 holes to play for McIlroy. First 3 rounds of this tournament, all birdies on this hole. He'll be hoping for a similar result here. Tee shot on 15 for McIlroy. It's up in the air. It's coming down. And I don't see where it landed. Looks like it landed in the shadows. Yeah, I'm not sure where that shot landed, to be honest. All right, so here is Henley getting it onto the green from 18. Takes a decent roll. So that'll leave him with a makeable putt. Cameron Young teeing off from 15 now. Birdie the first 2 rounds, bogey yesterday. Young's tee shot. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. Cameron Young very satisfied with that tee shot, as he should be. It's still rolling, but it is on the good stuff. Meanwhile, I think we have an answer as to where McIlroy's tee shot landed, and looks like it's right next to a tree. Not where you want to be when you're trying to win a green jacket for the second year in a row. With 4 holes to play. All right, so up steps Russell Henley. He's going to try to make a par putt to end his day at -10. And he does exactly that. So a good final round of 68 for Russell Henley. Struggled the first 2 rounds, but last 2 rounds, 66 yesterday, 68 today, and he is in the clubhouse at -10. Not a bad tournament at all for Russell Henley. So really, this tournament is just about down to 4 golfers: McIlroy, Scheffler, Rose, and Young. Unless there are some major collapses here. there may not be a playoff like we had last year. Justin Rose for birdie. If he can sink this birdie putt at 16, he will get himself within one shot of the lead. Justin Rose long birdie putt on 16 to try to get himself within one shot of the lead. Here comes the birdie putt from Justin Rose on 16. It's rolling toward the hole, but it's going to go wide left. And Rose with head in hands. Scotty Scheffler for birdie on 17. Here comes the birdie putt. Will it have enough? Oh, it just rolls to the left and is sitting very close to the hole. So Scheffler is going to have to settle for a par in 17. He stays in second place, tied with Justin Rose. At minus 11, he's got one stroke left to play. And with that miss on 17 for birdie, maybe, just maybe, his chance of winning the Masters just went by the board. But McIlroy still has the 15th hole to play and 3 holes after that. So Scheffler, he's going to need some help from Rory McIlroy. Cameron Young on 15. Down by 3 strokes. 4 holes to play. Second shot from 15. Needs to make this a good one. It looks like he hit it pretty good there. It's coming down. Oh, onto the green. And just past the green, it's still rolling. And he'll try to make his way from there to get himself into contention for at least a birdie. Rory McIlroy. He's going to have to work his way from the side of the tree. Or a tree, rather. He is on 15. And McIlroy just trying to make a little progress here. Ball still rolling. And McIlroy is going to try to work his way onto the green with the third shot coming up. Main idea on that last shot for McIlroy was to get away from the tree, and he did exactly that. Justin Rose, tee shot from 17. And Rose, I don't think he's very pleased with his tee shot. No, he's not. It lands in the gallery. Oh, wait, it doesn't land in the gallery. Pardon me. I thought it did. I thought it landed in the gallery, but it actually lands on the good stuff on the good clean stuff. So Scheffler, his tee shot from 18 coming up. He has parred this hole in the first 3 rounds. He desperately needs a birdie here on 18. And Scheffler's tee shot is a good one. Back with Rory McIlroy, the leader, by 2 strokes over Scotty Scheffler and Justin Rose. He's at the 15th hole. This is going to be his 3rd shot. He'll be hoping to get this one onto the green and set up a possible birdie chance. McIlroy's shot, it's on the green, and it's not going to go much further. So it's going to be a long, long birdie putt for Rory McIlroy. And if you can't make birdie, he'll be hoping for par. Rory McIlroy, 2-shot lead. Final round of the Masters. After this hole, he'll have 3 holes to play. The key, avoid bogeys. That is the key. Avoid bogeys. Had a rough 3rd round yesterday. Been a little better today. And that's why he has a 2-shot lead. And now he'll take the walk around the water towards where he put that last shot. Crowd on their feet, clapping it up for Rory McIlroy. Now he'll take a practice swing. All right, so McIlroy at minus 13. Scheffler and Rose minus 11. Cameron Young continuing his quest on the 15th hole. He is at minus 10. 3rd shot coming up for Cameron Young. He'll get it onto the green. Rolling the wrong way. But what should be a makeable putt for Cameron Young for birdie. And he needs a birdie. Because after this hole, he'll only have 3 holes left to play. A lot of the crowd rising to their feet for Rory McIlroy as he took his walk towards another shot at 15. Fourth shot coming from McIlroy, and this will be a long birdie putt. Here comes the birdie putt from McIlroy. Oh, just shy of the hole. He'll have to settle for yet another par. Which he will take now. All right, so Rory McIlroy remains at 13 under. 3 holes to play. Until he can claim a second green jacket. All right, Burns for birdie on the 16th. This is a very long birdie putt. It may have enough. It's curling toward the hole. Burns, yes! Oh, what a beautiful long putt for Burns. And he is now minus 10. Third birdie on the back nine for Sam Burns. And he is now just 3 shots off the lead with 2 holes to play for him. Scheffler on 18, his second shot. It's high in the air, now coming down. It's going to be on the green. A little bit of a backwards roll for Scheffler. And this is going to roll off the green for Scheffler. Oh, not what he wants, and it's still rolling. Yeah, very disappointed look for Scotty Scheffler there. So in order to have a shot to win this tournament or even get into the playoff, he will need help. Cameron Young for birdie at 15. And his birdie putt slides by. So Cameron Young will have to settle for a par. Justin Rose on 17. He's at minus 11. 2 shots within the leader, Rory McIlroy. Beautiful shot from Justin Rose getting onto the green. But this shot is rolling off the green now. Scheffler's shot rolled off the green, and so does Rose. So does Rose's shot. Back to the leader, Rory McIlroy, up by 2 strokes. Minus 13. He's on the 16th hole. As I mentioned earlier, the 16th hole has been yielding birdies left, right, and center for the majority of this tournament. Two pars and the birdie for McIlroy so far in this tournament on the 16th hole. Tee shot coming up for McIlroy. Puts the tee shot high into the air. Where will it land? McIlroy on the green and off the green, nearly rolling into the gallery. And Rory McIlroy not very pleased with that shot. Mind you, the 16th hole is only a par 3, so it's going to be very difficult for McIlroy here. All right, here comes Scotty Scheffler on 18. This ball not on the green. It started off on the green initially, but then rolled backwards. And Scheffler will be hoping to salvage a par, at least. Third shot for Scheffler here on 18. Down by 2 strokes. Scheffler puts it onto the green. It's rolling toward a hole, and it's going to roll right of the hole, but it's going to stop, and it's going to be a makeable par putt for Scotty Scheffler. All right, so here is Justin Rose on 17. His third shot. He's going to need to get it on the green, and he does. It's rolling toward the hole, and it's going to roll right out the hole. So that would be a makeable par putt for Justin Rose coming up. Here's Cameron Young on 16 with his tee shot. 2 pars in the birdie so far for Young this week. Let's see where this tee shot goes. And he's going to get it on the green. However, it's taking a bit of a roll in the wrong direction. And it finally stops before it gets into the bunker or worse. Hao Tong Lee. He had a very good first 36 holes. Last 36 holes, not so much. He is +1 for the tournament. He's going to try to make a birdie putt here to get the even. Birdie putt on 18. Left of the hole, so he'll have to settle for par. And it's looking like a top 40 finish for Hao Tong Lee. He shot an 80 today, a disastrous final round for Hao Tong Lee. And he finishes the tournament at +1. Masters Sunday can get the best of us for sure. All right, so there's Scotty Scheffler on 18 with a par putt. Needs to sink this to keep himself in contention. And he does. So Scotty Scheffler cards a 68 in this final round. And he remains 2 shots behind Rory McIlroy. And Scotty Scheffler just became the first bogey-free player in the third and final round since 1942. So Scotty Scheffler making some history. But if he's going to claim green jacket number 3, he will need help from Rory McIlroy. Scotty Scheffler taking a walk to the clubhouse to sign his scorecard now. Scheffler was way back in the field to start the day, but made a pretty good charge here, and now he's tied for second. Rory McIlroy on the 16th hole. Second shot here. Long shot. He'll be hoping to par this hole. And keep that 2-shot lead with 2 holes to play after this. McIlroy needs to get this shot on the green. He will get it on the green. He's going to hope for a good angle toward the hole. It's rolling. Still rolling, and very good from Rory McIlroy. A very makeable par putt. And that's exactly what you want if you're Rory McIlroy. And he will tap in the par putt. He stays at -13. His lead stays at 2 strokes over Scotty Scheffler and Justin Rose. Rory McIlroy on the back 9, 2 birdies and 5 pars. Speaking of par putts, Justin Rose for par. Oh, and it rolls by the hole. A makeable par putt for Justin Rose, and the wind took it by the hole. Oh, a bad time for a bogey for Justin Rose. Oh. Birdie putt coming up now for Cameron Young at 16 to get himself within 2 of the leaders. Here's the bogey putt for Justin Rose. Sinks the bogey putt, but that sinks his score down to -10. Cameron Young for birdie on 16. Oh, it lips out. Oh, it lips out. Cameron Young can't believe it. Oh, he'll tap in for a disappointing par. He stays at -10. 2 strokes to play for Young and McIlroy. And Burns, who's also at -10. Justin Rose, also at -10. He has one hole to play. Oh, Cameron Young came so close to making that putt for birdie. Cameron Young with near misses for birdie on both 15 and 16. Had he made those birdie putts, he'd be within 1 of the leader McIlroy right now. All right, so Rory McIlroy getting ready to tee off from the 17th hole. And really, all McIlroy has to do is just par on 17 and 18, and the green jacket will be his once again. Justin Rose teeing off from 18. A bogey and 2 pars so far this week for Justin Rose on 18. And Justin Rose's tee shot is decent. Still thinking about that birdie miss on 16. Here's Sam Burns. 3rd shot on 17. He sits at -10. Burns, that 3rd shot will get onto the green. And he's going to have a very long par putt. Rory McIlroy just 2 holes away from another green jacket. He can just about taste victory here again at the Masters. Tee shot coming up from 17. Par, birdie, and bogey. Needs to avoid the latter in order to win the tournament. McIlroy's tee shot. Angling toward the right. Takes a couple of bounces. And McIlroy in a good spot on 17. Of course, Scotty Scheffler in the clubhouse now at -11. He'll be hoping that somehow, some way, McIlroy messes it up. Here comes Cameron Young on 17. He's at -10. 3 strokes behind McIlroy. He's going to need to birdie both holes and hope McIlroy does him a favor. Young's tee shot on 17. That's a good one. As we see more shadows here at Augusta. Hollywood Golf Club over in Northern Ireland hoping to celebrate another green jacket for Rory McIlroy. Not over yet. Not over yet. If Rory McIlroy can pull this off, he'll become just the fourth player ever to repeat as champion of the Masters tournament. Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, and Tiger Woods, the only other three golfers to accomplish that feat. Last year, it was Scotty Scheffler, the 2024 champion, slipping on the green jacket for Rory McIlroy. Rory McIlroy just 2 holes away from winning a second green jacket in a row. All he has to do is stay cool, calm, and collected. Not easy to do knowing what's on the line. Justin Rose at 18 with his second shot. Missed a key birdie putt not that long ago. Rose's second shot not quite on the green. Cameron Young getting ready to do his thing here, 17. Young shot high in the air, angling toward the left. It's on the green. That's exactly where Cameron Young would want it for sure. But you know he is ruining his missed chances for sure. All right, so Colin Morikawa, he has just finished up his Masters tournament. He will end with a -9, a 68 here in the final round. Not bad for Colin Morikawa. That should be good enough for a top 10 finish. McIlroy with his second shot on 17. McIlroy's shot in the air, now coming down. It's going to be away from the green. Not where McIlroy wants to be. Again, Scotty Scheffler in second now. -11. He is in the clubhouse hoping McIlroy will give him a shot at least a playoff. Rose's shot Third shot on 18. It's on the green, and it's going to wind up in a short par opportunity for Justin Rose. He had his chances as well, but was unable to take advantage. Rory McIlroy hit one of the shots of the tournament at this hole yesterday on the third shot from 17. Can he do it again? That is the question. Not terribly far away from the green for Rory McIlroy. McIlroy's shot. It's on the green. It's going toward the hole. Oh, just past the hole. He nearly did it again. He nearly repeated what he did yesterday in the third round. Oh, what a shot from Rory McIlroy. And that is going to set up a very short par putt at 17. And now Justin Rose looking to end his Masters tournament with a par putt. He had his opportunities, but he's going to come up just short. After losing to McIlroy in the playoff last year in this event. Par putt for Rose here on 18. He drains it. So he will complete his tournament at minus 10, 70 in this final round. Shaking hands with Jason Day and acknowledging the crowd. Just one birdie on the back nine, 3 bogeys. Those 3 bogeys really cost Justin Rose. He had a much better first 9 today than he did a back 9. Here comes Cameron Young. Long birdie putt on 17. To try to keep faint hope alive. Here comes the birdie putt for Young. And it's going to come up just short again. Cameron Young will have to settle for par. He stays at minus 10 with just one hole to play. No birdies so far on the back nine for Cameron Young. Nothing but pars. And here comes Rory McIlroy for his par putt on 17. He sinks it. Rory McIlroy stays at minus 13. A very clean back nine so far. He is just one hole away from a green jacket repeat. And now McIlroy will take the familiar walk to 18. He is just one hole away from making history. Jack Nicklaus back in 1965 and 1966. He went back to back at this event. 1989, 1990 was Nick Faldo. And in 2001 and 2002, it was Tiger Woods. That is the list that Rory McIlroy is hoping to join. He is one hole away. The only way we'll have a playoff is if somehow, some way, Rory McIlroy cards a double bogey on his hole. And I gotta be honest, I don't see it happening. But that's what Scotty Scheffler, no doubt, will be hoping for. To try to force a playoff. But the way this thing is going, it's trending towards another green jacket for Rory McIlroy. McIlroy to tee off from the 18th hole. McIlroy's tee shot. Uh-oh, it's angling toward the right. This is not where he wants it. Oh, no, it's going to be in the trees. Oh, no. This is the last thing that Rory McIlroy would have wanted. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We could yet have drama on the last hole, or what may be the last hole of the Masters, and Rory McIlroy, all he could do is shake his head. A bad time for a bad tee shot for Rory McIlroy. He's going to have to work his way out of some pretty significant rough. Here's Cameron Young at 18. He has parred this whole first 3 rounds of this tournament. Young's tee shot. Much better than McIlroy's, perhaps. Let's see. And he's in the rough as well. Well, wait, hold on. Not quite as rough as McIlroy. Not quite as rough for Young as McIlroy. But, oh boy. The reaction from the Hollywood Golf Club, a lot of heads and hands in Northern Ireland right now. A little bit of nerves here for Rory McIlroy for sure. He is oh so close to a second green jacket. Shane Lowry for birdie from 18. No. So Shane Lowry will more than likely finish this tournament at -2 once he sinks that upcoming par putt. Again, Scotty Scheffler will be hoping and praying that Rory McIlroy somehow double bogeys here on 18. That's the only way we'll have a playoff for the second year in a row. Anything less than that, and Rory McIlroy will be the Masters champion again in back-to-back years, only the 4th player to ever accomplish that feat. But he's made it very hard on himself by putting the tee shot in amongst the trees. Sam Burns for birdie on 18. And his birdie putt will slide right by the hole. He's going to finish his tournament at -9. Sam Burns, a final round today of 73. All right, so McIlroy has himself in a pickle here. Not only is he behind several trees, he's got leaves in front of him too. And it ain't over till it's over. So McIlroy waving the fans away. Trying to get them as far away as humanly possible. It's only the Masters that's on the line. That's all. I mean, just the first major of the season. Just a repeat bid for another green jacket on the line. Rory McIlroy getting annoyed right about now, and they're still trying to move the gallery out of the way. This delay is really not helping Rory McIlroy's cause. Now McIlroy having a conversation with his caddy, trying to see how they want to play this. Vision very difficult for McIlroy. Looks like Cameron Young. Nope, he's not going to play for us. It's going to be McIlroy. All right, so they finally have the gallery back far enough for McIlroy to take his second shot here from the rough. He needs to do what he needs to do to get this up and down. McIlroy's shot. Where's this one going to land? I got to be honest, I'm not sure where that ball landed. I can't see it at all, to be honest with you. Maybe it landed in the bunker. Maybe we'll get a replay of exactly where that ball landed. Because I don't see it at all. All right, here's Cam Young's second shot on 18. And Young doesn't like how he hit that one. Where did that shot go? I think that shot landed in the bunker. He didn't hit it very good. Maybe both McIlroy's and Young's shots landed in the bunker. Well, we know at least one shot landed in the bunker for sure. I can see that ball. I think both of these shots landed in the bunker. All right, so confirmation. Yeah, Rory McIlroy's shot did indeed land in the bunker. This will take some doing. All he has to do is not double bogey on this hole, and he wins the Masters. So this is going to be a rough bunker on 18 to try to get that ball out of there. Cameron Young approaching his ball. Right, so it's going to be Rory McIlroy first. He needs to get it out of the bunker and onto the green. Third shot for McIlroy on 18. From the bunker. McIlroy's shot. It is on the green. Rory McIlroy is on the green, but it's going to be a long par putt to try to win a second consecutive green jacket. Even if he bogeys this hole, he still wins the Masters. The only way that there would be a playoff is if Rory McIlroy somehow cards a double bogey on his hole. Cameron Young, his ball did not land in the bunker. Third shot here for Young. He's got to go for broke here. It's onto the green. And it's going to roll away from the hole. So the best Young will be able to do is finish the tie for third with a par putt. That's the best he can do. It's down to Rory McIlroy and whether or not he can avoid disaster. If he sinks this par putt, the green jacket is his once again for the second year in a row. Rory McIlroy, oh so close to a second consecutive green jacket. Only 3 other golfers have accomplished that feat. Rory McIlroy taking his time. Now he's over the putt. McIlroy looks ready. Here's the putt from Rory McIlroy. It is going toward the hole, and it slips by the hole, but it's going to be a very short putt for bogey. It's going to be a short putt for bogey. And that's all Rory McIlroy needs to win the Masters yet again. And McIlroy already in tears. The job is nearly done. After a rough third round, Rory McIlroy is one short putt away from history. And now we wait on Cam Young to take his par putt to try to finish at -10. If he misses, it'll be a bogey. We'll see what he does here. Cameron Young's par putt he sinks it. So he will finish in a tie for third at -10, a 73 on the day. The bogeys on the front nine really took him out of contention for the title, which will go to Rory McIlroy as he sinks the bogey putt. He will finish one shot ahead of Scotty Scheffler, and it is indeed a Rory repeat at Augusta. The beers and the champagne will be flowing tonight in Northern Ireland. They'll be flowing in Augusta, Georgia as well. Rory McIlroy has done it. He becomes just the fourth golfer to win the Masters in back-to-back years, and they are going absolutely nuts at the Hollywood Club in Northern Ireland. I don't think any of those two will be in any condition to go to work tomorrow. Rory McIlroy with a huge smile on his face. All kinds of trials and tribulations. A huge hug for his daughter. No doubt the wife will be next. There it is. What a win for Rory McIlroy. And now a hug for Pops. That has got to feel good for Rory McIlroy. Hugging other family members as well. Two straight years, Rory McIlroy will claim the green jacket. Just the fourth player ever to accomplish that feat. Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, and Tiger Woods are the others. And hugs all around for Rory McIlroy. And well deserved. After what was a disastrous third round, he was able to get himself together for the fourth round. And he was able to make it happen. Rory McIlroy, with his arms outstretched in the air, lets out a huge yell, as he should. This is one of those golf tournaments that will mess with your mind. It'll mess with you mentally and physically for sure. And that's even when the weather is good, like it was this weekend. We're going to get you the final leaderboard in just a moment. As Rory McIlroy takes the long walk to the clubhouse to sign the scorecard that will signify his Masters victory. His best friend Shane Lowry from Ireland waiting for him before he gets to the clubhouse to sign the scorecard. Tommy Fleetwood also with a hug for Rory McIlroy. And more hugs and handshakes all around for truly one of the best golfers in the world. All right, so Rory McIlroy is the Masters champion. Finishes with an overall score of -12. -1 for the day. Scotty Scheffler made a great run at it. He will come up just shy in second place with -11, -4 for the day. And then 4 other golfers were tied with -10. Tyrell Hatton, Russell Henley, Justin Rose, and Cameron Young. But Cameron Young, who'll be most disappointed, a +1 on the day for Cameron Young. That did not help his cause. Tied for 7th, Colin Morikawa and Sam Burns, both finishing with 9 under. Max Homa and Xander Schauffele rounding out the top 10, 8 under. Jake Knapp in 11th, all by himself, 7 under. And then Jordan Spieth, Hideki Matsuyama, and Brooks Koepka all finishing. Actually, Spieth, Matsuyama, Koepka, Cantlay, Reed, and Day all finishing tied for 12th at 5 under. McNeely, Hovland, and Fitzpatrick all finishing tied for 18th at 4 under. Bradley, Aber, Clark at 3 under. And then a host of others finishing at 2 under, including Scott, Stevens, including Adam Scott, and Campbell, and Stevens, and Brennan, and Goddard, and McCarty. And Shane Lowry, English, and Noren will finish at 1 under. That rounds out the top 30. Rory McIlroy just made history in this tournament, becoming just the 4th golfer to win this tournament in back-to-back years. That's how rare it is. The first golfer to repeat that feat since Tiger Woods. You got to go all the way back to 2001, 2002 when Tiger Woods pulled that off. All right, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here on Wellington Sports Radio. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, our first watch along here on the channel. And once again, congratulations to Rory McIlroy, his 2nd consecutive green jacket. All right, we bid you adieu. We'll see you next time right here on Wellington Sports Radio. Please enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening and enjoy the work week coming up ahead. And we'll see you next time right here on Wellington Sports Radio. Good night and goodbye for now.